Welcome back to Combat Mission Battle for Normandy. This is the Loamshires scenario. We are down to the last 29 minutes of this scenario. Setup and previous turns are already available. Okay, let's have a quick recap. What are we doing with this one? Just bring these guys. I know there's we're getting small arms fire from down here. Who is actually spotting that? None of these tanks is spotting, unfortunately. Bring this forward again. I think, what am I doing on this? We're just going to have to go with that, with the scouts popping up over there, rather than sending the company over and being surprised. In fact, let's just try to coordinate this a little bit better rather than just tossing them over the ridge line. That's a 2IC. He's forward. There's an awful lot of movement going on here. Click off on that. Everybody there is moving forward. Are those guys moving forward? Now let's see what kind of line of sight he has. Stuff who can see, yeah, he can spot that. But do we have line of sight? We still do not have line of sight for this anti-tank gun. I'm really at a loss here as to how we're gonna deal with this. I'm gonna have to try to just attack it from the rear and hope for the best, but oh well, that has where's the actual unit that I'm trying to get I'll try to get them as close as possible, see if I can just find a way to put some fire down on them. Lots of burning tanks, as you can see. I would really like to get a look at this Panther here so we can just take that out, but I can't get I want to get this crew back in the tank. Actually, that's for that, isn't it? I think. Yeah, that's 3 crew. So where's 2? Oh, they run off the map. Let's move these guys forward and get these guys back. How am I going to deal with this F4? There's just no cover here, that's the problem. Well, look, see if we've... yeah, it's just... there's not an awful lot of cover there. I don't want to really gamble with that and end up losing it. I'm going to leave that there for the time being, try to work out what I'm doing. Let's get these back out of harm's way. So we've got that firefly there, but not sure what else I can do with that right now. See how these tanks maneuver here. Hopefully we can at least take out that cooler wagon. But I've got to take out that anti-tank gun. There might be some 3-inch fire that's wildly inaccurate. Now, that's got a hunt order, but it's not moving forward. So what is it that it can see that it's stopping it from moving forward? And now we've got the smoke cloud that's just blocking our vision. It's not really helping. It's not hurting them, it's hurting ourselves. Put that 3-inch fire down really to deal with the Panther, but see, that's just really frustrating. That we're just really putting ourselves in a bad position. Let's get a bit. Tempted to open it up, but I know there's a Panzerschreck team down there. Or a... oh yeah, why not? Open up. I just want to get it to... and I've got to get this smoke cleared before we actually move forward. I know that Panther withdrew a little bit, but I'm not totally sure where it's going to be now. Get these these guys are taking a little while to get forward. I really could do with moving forward a bit more rapidly, but kind of struggling to get a decent line of sight into this area. Yeah. So you can't see into there either. That's still moving. You know, if I moved it across here and you brought the tanks in into this area, we're really vulnerable to there being anti-tank guns in those trees, and I think there's almost certainly going to be anti-tank guns in there. So somehow I have to find a way to get fire down on those guys. You know, you can move units about all the time just trying to find. I'm gonna just lay fire down, then hopefully some are going to be close enough to nail those, but anything is possible. What can we do here? Still got these infantry moving up. There's an awful lot of movement going on. Sound of our 2 inches going in there. That's just a quick 3-inch barrage. So he's getting hit by something, but I think it's small arms fire. Just needs to turn around. Looks like some good hits there. The tree bursts. Gotta take that anti-tank gun out. This tank now should be in a position to protect the flank of these tanks as they move up. Got to get these open up, even though it's risky. I've got to get them open up to try to spot. Just waiting for these guys to get over the get over there too. I give them 30 seconds or hopefully that will just about be enough. Bit of a gamble, but again I've not got a huge amount of time. These guys right up behind them, ready to push over that ridge line. Just move these up, ready to quite possibly follow across there. These guys are also moving forward. We've still got quite a way to go there. See, you're getting hit by small arms. Just keep going. I think they're getting shot at by that cobble wagon. But they just stop. It's really frustrating. I just want them to keep going. Okay, over the top we go. Yeah, looks as though I coordinated brilliantly. What a great plan that was. It's uncanny. Oh, that's right on the end of that. But it's not amazing. All three of those units going over exactly to plan. Finally got something right. Now what is that in there? Pretty sure that's where the problem's coming from, but I don't want to give these guys target orders in that building because I want them to be ready for whatever's coming around there, but it's kind of a limit to what we can do right now. See, that's the company commander. Hopefully we'll get a bit more strength out of that. These guys move in this sort of direction. So I didn't get through that breach. Got some more stuff down here, but it's just support. I don't have to deal with moving all that as well. So that's guys moving up. I still don't have line of sight on anything from there. See if that's going to help out that situation. For now, the big thing is just to get over this ridge line and see if we can establish a foothold, or alternately they could be chewed up. That is firing. Looks okay so far. So it's looking pretty good so far. Looks like we can get into there. Not a huge issue. That looks good. Just gonna throw them all up across here as quick as we can and just trying to form a basic defensive position. Those guys where they are. Ah, I didn't move these guys forward, should have done. Completely missed these guys. I get these guys ready to move on. Well, could I move them? Get these guys over first, and see if we can just keep on pushing ourselves forward a little bit. Is that hitting? No, that's not hitting what I'm thinking it's hitting. See, it's giving me a target exactly where I don't actually want to be hitting. Looks like it's just fractionally off. Where are you that? See how that works out? Gotta be careful we don't run forward too much. Yay. Ah. What was that? Keep getting penetrations in this, but we're struggling to... You're not telling me the one thing that can't hit it is... Is that another... Whoa, whoa, hold on a minute, there's a ton of things going on here. Yeah, back up, back up, back up, back up, guys, back up, back up. Let's just back up a little bit here, because this is getting a bit crazy. Okay, that is that panther there. Okay, let's just concentrate on this a little bit. Okay, what's going on here? Let's just concentrate first off on this. Okay, we spot this panther that's just sitting there pointing in the wrong direction. Bam. I think two have got hits on it. 3. What was that there? Was that something shooting at it from the flank there? But what is shooting at that? There's something taking shots. I'm kind of a bit puzzled here. What? There's one more panther here, great, that's fine. So now we're talking that's the 5th panther. Unless that's the panther that's come from there. I've got to work out what's happening with that as well. Is that the panther? Has that come through the... Just look... I'm getting awfully confused here, there's so much going on all of a sudden. Has that panther come across there while I was... Or is the one, was the 5, or the 5 panthers instead of 4 panthers? That just seemed to come out of nowhere. Are there any more on this flank that I saw? Feels like I'm taking fire from somewhere else. Is that... Just want to check this out. I don't know whether it's a Panzerschreck or this Panther that's firing at us. Got a Germans just kind of crest there. Very quickly put 3 rounds into it. I don't think it's that Panther that's firing. We're taking fire from somewhere and something. From the flank, well, from what I can tell. That doesn't seem to have fired one shot yet. Keep smacking that on the nose and it just shrugs the rounds off. What is firing at that from? I'm gonna have to go through this again, trying to figure out what is going on with this flank fire. Now we start taking fire from something. Unless it's just kicking up dust. Is it just that it's firing into the ground? The firefly is just firing into the ground sometimes. You know, I get the feeling that it's just putting rounds into the ground. Sometimes. Now let's see what happened on this flank. Obviously we uncovered a heavy machine gun. What's this? Infantry. Somebody was firing at this, I think, or was it? Yeah, it's trying to fight the Shermans. Oh, I see, I get you. Okay, now let's see what we can do here. Can't hit it, but strange. That's a bit odd one. Okay, so it's still SMG's in taking casualties here. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Okay, we can't spot that. That's this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky. Put a fire into that area just to try to keep them pinned down while we move forward. I've got to move that firefly forward just to have an attempt at taking that out before they take us out. Let's just leave those for a while, just let them get settled over there. Mind you, let's have a look at these guys. Need to get the HQ over the top. Oh, those two question marks are those. Yeah, one of those is abandoned and one of those is hopefully about to be. Still no line of sight. Got a little bit more ammo left, but no good having ammo left over if we can't use it. Not all that much more we can do right now, but just try to finish these guys off. Hopefully this is going to work out. Might lose one of this Sherman on the right before the Firefly can get forward, but gotta give it a go. Hopefully that's not shooting at the infantry. I will not be happy if that's shooting at the crew. It is. Keep going forward. It's gotten locked. That looks as though it's not firing back. That Panther on the right there. Outside, yep. That's that one bailed as well. So we've knocked those two Panthers out. Wow, here we go. Here we go. I'll have to have a look at that more closely later on. Just have a look at this. Well, first off, let's have a look at this one. Got a bit lucky here because that got a good penetration, but I think this one's probably the Panther that was, or maybe it was the Panther that took a couple of hits previously. But unfortunately, the Firefly stopped to put another round into the dead tank there. I suppose it's realistic. But this Sherman is just holding on and just putting rounds in. Yeah, and out they get. That's the crew bailing. Now let me see what's happening with this AT gun. As I was hoping, is it knocked out yet? I'm just trying to put rounds in to keep these guys down. Yeah. Well, they're most definitely suppressed. And I'll just keep that suppression up until I can overrun them with infantry. Now these guys coming over this crest, we're starting to get picking up infantry contacts. The Shrek team, so they're quite a bit back. It's the HMG team. We've really got to get these guys nailed down really quickly. Looks like they're suppressed though. Okay, let's I can't these guys are coming forward as well. I think well, quite a bit of casualties there. Does that look like a German squad in the middle of? No, I'm not sure what that is. To get these guys really forward and let's get these guys ready to start supporting those guys down there. Still talking about armor contact. I don't think that's. Just want to keep hitting that. So we can't hit that. Can't go any further forward until we've got rid of this anti-tank gun. Let's get this tank recrewed. Got a bit more room for manoeuvre here now. Struggling really still with the forward observer, trying to find a way to get him into the action, but see what we can do. What is that? Artillery fire on a Donners or something? I'm not sure what that is. I don't think I'll be able to hit anything worthwhile with that. Not yet, not from that position. Oh, don't go that way, tank. Should have reversed it, I suppose. But please go fast. If you're going to do that, go fast. Go, go, go. Looks like he's hitting us with artillery on that flank, which is strange. It's not what I would have been expecting. What's going on with this? Just want to look at what's going on with this anti-tank gun. Can't really see anything here. It seems to have disappeared. Certainly don't want to assume that that's been knocked out. A couple of casualties, but we've got to. This is the worry, this. We're taking substantial casualties coming through here, but I've got to see where we are here. This is the problem with not being able to have oh, that is nowhere near what I was just looking for. Heaven's sakes. It's a bit silly when it snaps onto something that's about 1,000,000 miles away you actually wanted it to be. Tell me that anti-tank gun's there, but I'm not not convinced that that's. Get them in that kind of position there and hope for the best there. Again, I don't think this is going to be able to do all that much. Taking a fair few casualties, but I'm trying to just keep pushing forward. And well, this heavy machine gun's really what we need to deal with. We're starting to get some suppression on it, looks like it. If we can take this heavy machine gun out, we can start outflank them. Took another casualty there. There's a lot of infantry in here, which I was expecting. I wanted to put down that. I think that's that anti-tank gun down. Let's see what we've got here to try to really wrap this up. They're not going to be much. Let's take that assault off there. What are these guys doing here? Not really sure what they're doing there for. Get them into the fight, see if I can just do something with those guys. So let's suspect that there's... Ah, I still can't hit that. Starting to worry me pushing that forward like that, but click off that. That's not really where I was clicking on, but see, that was not, again, that's not where I'm clicking. I don't want to be too reckless and push. See, I'm thinking of pushing through that wall and outflank them like that, but that's why are they laying down so much smoke or whatever? I suppose it's a heavy artillery barrage. Now that's going to make it next to impossible for us to actually salt into the village, which is I suppose what they were trying to do with that barrage, but it's unfortunate. Not an awful lot I can do. Why am I not? It's getting a little bit strange that I just cannot. If I just move it, still cannot get up to there. Trying to get those two guys as well, move forward. Still suspect that there's a spotter or something in that tower. Yeah, withdraw, withdraw, withdraw. Oh, that's great. Keep going, keep withdrawing. Let's get out of there. That sounds like another panther. That sounds like dead. What exactly has just hit that? That looks very much like an invisible panther. What is hitting that? That's not a Panzerschreck. That's not a Panzerschreck, that's a panther. And now it's backing up straight into a wall. Boom. That is... yeah, it's an anti-tank gun. That is unfortunate. Oh. Well, that's two knocked out. Well, there you go. That's my scenario done, pretty much. Because we have just got no hope of winning this scenario on this anyway, on that note, that is pretty much it. I don't think we can do an awful lot more in this scenario anyway. I think we are looking at a draw. Was not expecting them to find another anti-tank gun out of nowhere. There you go. Salivate. Yeah, so that's, we come down to, hopefully the next hour we'll see the last bunch of turns, then we can wrap this up and move on. Problem with this scenario is it's just been an absolute nightmare to try to find anywhere where you get line of sight. It's just so difficult. I've still not been able to get line of sight into this village. Even after all this time, I've not been able to get line of sight, which makes it really difficult. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again next time. There's another superstructural front, so there's still more anti-tank weaponry to come. So I shall oh, what the hell, ceasefire. No, we're not. It was going to be a draw anyway. There's some, oh well, yeah, there you go. See, that was as far as we were going to get. I cannot get line of sight into that village in order to put artillery down. There's just too much stuff in there. I mean, there's just way too much stuff in there. There's no way in a million years I was going to be able to get through that. I mean, what's the point of having a... What is the point of having a pre-registered artillery mark there when I have no line of sight to it from anywhere? That's kind of pointless. Yeah, looks like we had these guys in real trouble. We were getting around on it. We would have outflanked them here and pushed across, but again, there's no way we would have. There's no way we would have taken that. See, there's another anti-tank gun here. That's what we were getting hit from. So yeah, anyway, that is the end of that. Wait a minute, escape. We failed. We had. I thought we had the. Yeah, we had the Southern Spur and the Northern Ridge, so we got 300 points out of that. Didn't take Algon, but then again, we were never going to take that. That was just never a possibility. Infantry 200 failed on the infantry. What? Anti-tank platoon. Well, failed to destroy, I suppose. Heavy weapons, but knocked out all, the powerful platoon for 49 points. Their ground was acceptable. Holding on to Altgorton. And failed on targets. Well, they destroyed quite enough as it was. So anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Ended up a draw, which I kind of knew it was going to. But anyway, that's the end of that scenario, and we'll see what we do next time. Hope you enjoyed that anyway. Thanks a lot. Bye.